Okay, so I'm trying out my new body camera here for this little project that I have. I've never used it before. I'm not used to the resolution or the angle to keep it at, but the first project I have here is I have this old switch in my house, very old wiring, and the wiring is antique. I'm hoping it doesn't break, but I've got to change out this switch, among many other things. So I'm going to try to change this. I don't know what the resolution is going to come out like, if it's going to be usable footage, but we're going to give it a shot. Hopefully the dogs don't bark too much, because I got the dogs that think they're going outside, so they just ran down the stairs all excited, and you know, they'll be going back and forth as well. Plus I'm also trying to cook a little supper at the same time. So water's almost boiling the egg. It's no name macaroni and cheese here, so let's see what we can do. First thing I'm going to do is set up my little light here. The dogs are excited. They still think they're going outside, but they're not going anywhere. Okay, my light there. I'm going to go disconnect the, I'm going to go shut off the breaker. Normally, rather than try to figure out what breaker is which, I would just shut off the breakers for the whole house to save aggravation. But I accidentally figured out which breaker this was the other day, so I labeled it. That's going to make things a little bit easier. It's this one right here, basement light. Okay, so funny story is that switch actually goes to this light bulb right here. This light right here. And we've been using this switch for about 20 years now, since we moved into this house. And we never realized that this breaker, this switch, went anywhere else. I opened up this wall, I looked, I said, that looks like a three-way switch. However, that's the only switch we've ever had. So I went to the store, I bought a regular single pole switch. In the meantime, my son, who didn't trust me, decided he was going to call his electrician friend and ask some questions. So, okay, good. It's not live, so that's good. Right, I guess, because his friend told him, well, if that's a three-way switch, then there's got to be another plug going to it. Okay, so maybe that's why it was flickering, is because that's actually loose. But since I got a new switch, I might as well put a new one on there anyway, because this one has been here as long as we've been living here, which is 20 years, and who knows how much longer than that it's been here, so I might as well switch it out. So, loosen up these three sides. Very old wiring here. Not excited about working on this wiring, because if it breaks, then I'm going to have to run new wires. And I got to tell you, this should be a very easy project, but nothing is ever easy when I do a project. So let's wait to see what goes wrong. Go down and grab me a set of needle nose pliers, which I should have had to begin with. I don't know why I didn't grab them to begin with. Back upstairs. Okay, let's see. This wire right here. Okay, so that did come off pretty easily, but we do have some issues with the wires here. There are some bare spots in these wires. They are in a box. I'm not loving these wires at all, but I'm not going to change them out right now. I'm going to switch out this switch, and then this is definitely going to have to be a project for another weekend. I'm going to have to run some new wires. These wires are old, there's some bare spots on them, not good at all. So this is definitely going to be a bigger project. It never is easy, like I said, it never is easy. So, put this one in here. I've owned this house for 20 years. We've gone through this house with a fine-tooth comb. The house has probably 90% brand new, all new electricity, and 100% new plumbing. Every room we've gone through. It probably has about 80% new windows. It has new doors, new screen doors. We've been going through it. I've one room at a time. I've taken out all the horsehair plaster and the lattice and the ceramic tiles with the metal lattice behind it and the cement. And I mean, the bathroom had it both on the walls and the floor, and the kitchen had it on the walls. There were 5 layers of linoleum on the kitchen floor. So for over a 20-year period, I've been going through this project, this home, and there's just a few things left. I mean, there'll always be something, but there are a few pieces of wire left, things that we haven't done. This is one thing. It wasn't specifically in a room, so it's not something that we've tackled. It was in this this stairway going down to the basement. So it was something that has never been an issue. So out of sight, out of mind. But it's definitely an issue now. These wires are not safe. There's something I'm going to have to take care of. Luckily, they're going to be in this box, away from anybody touching them. I'm going to tuck them back into this wall and put it on my list for either one night this week or one day next weekend. I get some wire. Wire is expensive. I have to get some 14-2 wire, or it's 3-way, so I'm not an electrician. I've got to remember what kind of wire you need for a 3-way switch and figure out how this wire was run. Take this box out, put a new box in probably, and run the wire. See if I'm hitting my little hole there. So there's some projects you can do. It's amazing with YouTube now, all the projects that you can do if you just watch a few videos or read a few books. It's not going to make you an electrician, but it's fun to learn. It's fun to try different things, learn what you can do. You don't want to do anything that's going to put yourself in jeopardy or your family. You've got to be safe at all times, but that does not want to go in there. Oh, there it goes. There we go. Yeah. Straighten that up. Before I go too crazy, I'm going to turn on the breaker and make sure everything works. Okay, let's go back downstairs. See, the dogs get really excited when they come downstairs here because they think they're going to go outside. See, they come downstairs and then they see that's the way to the outside, and they think that they're going to get to go out, but they're not. So their hopes get dashed when that happens. Okay, let's see if it works. Let's see. Yep, off and on. Shut this off. On and off. Okay, it works. Good. Good. So, I'm going to get my screw gun, finish that up. Up here. Henry and Lucy, come on. Come on, up here. Alright, stay up here. But as I said, I'm going to be switching this out in a couple of days. So, I'll fix that out. I'll fix that up. Now, this right here. This in here. This right in there. Get it started. There we go. Perfect. So as I said, no project is ever simple. It's never like it seems. You know, I see a lot of these guys doing these handyman things that, you know, on YouTube, and they say, oh, I make this much money in one day. And, well, maybe for somebody that's true. But I've never seen it work like that. You know, this guy puts up 2 ceiling fans in a half hour, and he makes all this money. And I don't know, the last time I tried to put in a ceiling fan, it took me 6 hours. So I don't know how these people do it. But well, maybe they only show you the good jobs or the things that go according to plan. But even this right here, simple switch. What did it just take me? 15 minutes. But I've got to come back now and run new wires because the wires in that wall are 100 years old and they're stripped. You know, this house was built in 1912. Like I say, you can see by the wall here. You can see by this room, this stairway. You know, it's an old stairway. It just goes to the basement. Hasn't been touched in quite a while, so I really haven't wanted to get into this plaster. So I'll have to see how that's run and take a look at that. But like I said, this is one of the only rooms that hasn't been done, so we'll get it done. We'll get her done. Anyway, that's the project for today. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you soon.